Okay. Hello, guys. My name is David, and I'm one of the founders at Bakona, and I've got with me a guy called Piotr, and he's the technical co-founder. So, Piotr, feel free to introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Piotr Donica. I am co-founder of Bakona as well. So the second half, the technical side, we could say. David is more marketing, more CFO, and chief everything officer, I would say. So I'm just responsible for the software, and we work together for pretty long time already, right, David?
Yeah, I feel it's like between 2.5 till 3 years. I can't really tell when we started. However, I've got some photos to share. So let me try to share my screen first. And yeah, if you guys can comment and let us know that you can hear us, that will be amazing. In the meantime, okay. So. Okay, Piotr, can you confirm that I'm sharing my screen?
Yep, yeah, I can see your screen.
Okay, that's cool. So again, hello guys. I'm just gonna tell just what you can expect today is a quick story about Bakona, and we're gonna also talk about the product we did and how it works, and give you some useful tips. And of course, we're gonna do a live demo. We're gonna show a roadmap and Q&A, and talk about AppSumo and how helpful the AppSumo team was in our development. Yeah, so basically the story was that's the first invitation that I had from Piotr to meet online, and that was the Wednesday, 20th of July 2022. He basically invited me. Can you tell Piotr why you invited me to the meeting? Because you actually
that was actually a long time ago, but we started from our, I guess it was my product which I developed first. Actually, is one of the products which we still have in Bakona in our portfolio. It's a Clever Analytics. That was the time when I started developing it, and it was. Actually, I was the technical guy as well, so I didn't know a lot about marketing, how to market it, how to maybe position it, how to validate it on the market. So that was, and then David showed up with his post on I guess it was Facebook, right? You shared the post that you look for some product which is ready to maybe go to the market and see how if we can like cooperate together, right? But at that time that was actually a funny story, because at that time I wasn't looking for co-founder really. I was more looking for validating my product. And since David was working in agency, he had a lot of experience with customers, with those which work with data. Long story short, Clever Analytics is for basically to gather more data into the like analytics data, despite the fact that people use ad blocks and blocking solutions. So that was at that time something which we validated, and that how our story actually started, right?
Yeah, and my first impression was like the website looked very dark, and collecting more data from ad blockers and high privacy browser was like it was quite of a gray area for me when I first discovered the product. However, we started to work together and improved the website. That was the first improvement we did. We designed the logo, improved the website, and improved the service and offerings we had. So we used to do a part of Clever Analytics. That's the software that recovers more traffic in Google Analytics. We also started to do cookie consent management, server-side tagging, and of course some services because we were like a fresh business bootstrapping. So it was very hard for us to get some good cash flow, and so we had to do services on the side to keep the company going. And then at some
Yeah,
point,
and if I may jump in,
yeah,
that was actually also really beneficial for us to learn the market, to see how the customer operates with data, how they understand the data, what's they pain points, and that was actually really also good knowledge base for us, I would say, right?
yeah, we've been changing a lot of things and adding new services. So like the development and the progress was always in there, and it was a good important step, because without that we wouldn't be able to build Bakona AI, for example. So I'm very thankful. That was a good choice. And at some point we decided to go for a second product. We had few customers on the first one, but no one was really aware that Google Analytics is not showing you 100% of the data. So to educate the market, it was very time consuming. It was quite hard for us to educate and build the awareness of it. So we decided to continue offering that product to our customers, and at the same time build another one, which was at the perfect time. Do you remember the time when Google Analytics, Universal Analytics discontinued the service,
Yeah,
Piotr?
yeah, that was actually, I guess, 2 years ago or 1.5 year ago. That
Mhm.
was the time when the big change happened, right? People were switching from Universal Analytics to GA4. So yeah, that was
Um,
heavy.
yeah, and I started doing slowly. So the idea came up because I did a print screen of my analytics data when we did the work for customers. I was about to bring the insights to the table, and at the same time, I have an idea to see what AI, how good AI is, and what it will tell me if I just enter a print screen of the data of the report or some PDFs. And that's how I started to use ChatGPT for additional insights. And it was quite bad at the beginning, I would say. But that's how the idea was. That's how the idea started. And I did some market research with the team, and we asked people about what's the biggest challenges and the interface and using the reports effectively. That's like 70% of the problems. So yeah, so that's exactly what's happened. And then I started to help with local universities. I was invited as a guest lecturer to help and teach some students. And do you remember when we did the tests, Piotr, the 16 personalities?
Yeah, that was actually for our team, I guess, a year ago. So we started as two people, right? But in the meantime, we started cooperating with Adam and with Anne.
I've got
Adam is
them.
also,
Yeah,
you've got them here. Great. So Adam is the technical guy as well. So he's my right hand on the technical side, and Anne, I guess, is your right hand, David,
yeah,
the
that's right.
marketing. So now, yeah, that was the time we started growing, and we find out that we may need to, since we work remotely, we need to maybe learn ourselves a little bit more. What are our strengths, what are our weaknesses, how we can better cooperate together or understand each other better. So yeah, that was the time
Yeah, I
you
recommend
came.
this test. It was fun, and I'm surprised the result I had was the role that fits me as an analyst. And when I seen this, I was like, oh my god, we are definitely doing something right, because I was
Yes.
never like this before. I used to hate math and data when I was a kid, and I just changed at some point and fell in love with it. So it's so funny. Um, and of course my baby was born at the beginning of actually developing the business. So the first year, the first 6 months were quite slow, and Piotr was quite patient with this, remember?
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
yeah, thank you for this. And then we started to build, when the software was in the beta version, we started to actually do a lot of demos. And the software was called Analytics Copilot at the beginning.
Yes, it was. It was
What?
actually heavy beta product. When we came up first with it, it was only the chat window. We started to explore if this form of communication with data would be something what people will will maybe prefer over the complicated GA4 dashboards. So that was fun time, and of course we started with beta testers, with people who gave us a lot of insights that maybe that's good direction that we choose. That's why we decided to develop full product at some point in time.
Yeah, lots of meetings, all of us working remotely. And yeah, it's actually hard to tell the 2 years long journey in just few minutes. So we're just doing our best. We also had another person joining us, the financial guy, who's a CFO at the company. And of course, my wife that owns a different business. She's on the side helping us, supporting from time to time as well. So she feels like a little bit of the part of the team. Yeah, we started to work closer with universities. For example, that's me trying to improve and build the entire course for students at the Warwick University. They designed the course and they asked for feedback, improvements, and it was an amazing session. And it's so good to be the company that can actually input and educate others at the same time. I love it. Yeah, and tell us about the T-shirt, Piotr.
Yeah, so we started whenever we developed our new logo, and we started to feel that it's our part, it's our business, it's something what we really feel close to. My kids find out that maybe we will do a T-shirt, right, with this logo, and that was great experience and great fun to put our logo manually to the T-shirt and use some sprays for cotton to make it firm. So that was fun.
I love it. When I saw it, I was like, I would like to get one, but I never got one, Piotr. So
No, it's only
still waiting.
one. Yeah,
It's only one. Do you still have it?
of course.
You should wear it today. Next time.
Yeah,
Next
I
time.
should.
And yeah, of course, I didn't like to do videos, and I think Piotr didn't like to. He was the same. Like videos is not the easiest thing to do. What do you think, Piotr?
Yeah. So that was for the preparation on our product hunt launch with Bakona AI. So it was last year, I guess closer to winter time. But yes, I guess it was still fall because the leaves are green, but it was pretty cold at that time. But we found out that maybe video presentation would be good. So yeah, I went that path and tried to do some recording. It wasn't easy for like technical guy, I would say. It was quite challenging, but also the whole journey, I would say, it's really it's really fun because we love what we do, and every step, even though it's sometimes really hard to do things that you are not really doing on a daily basis. It's really fun, especially working with David and the team. So that's
I feel like we don't like it, but when it comes to growing the business, we like to grow the business. So we have to like it, I would say. So at the end of the day, I like to engage with people, and if that's the way that we're doing it now, I will just continue. And of course, we had the launch on Product Hunt, which is a platform that allows companies to create an official launch. I think it's nothing like AppSumo, and it can't even compare to AppSumo from my point of view. But yeah, we had this launch, and we did a lot of preparations trying to get out of the beta version and improve the software. We started to design some processes internally as well, and yeah, then we had a launch, and the launch happened 2 weeks before going to WebSummit. Is that correct, Piotr?
Yeah.
And that's
that was the first full version of the product when we had the panel with configuration, with logging, with all that, right? So that was in the preparation to WebSummit. And
yes,
2 weeks before.
We only could afford 10 bottles at that time, remember? And when we exhibited, the first few minutes at it was like 7 o'clock in the morning. The first few minutes at trying to exhibit, we had cleaners that goes around and they ask us if they can have a bottle. So we gave away 2 bottles to people that
Right
worked
away.
there right away, and then we had only 8. So that was fun, and we had to be quite careful with who's gonna receive the bottle. So we met in Portugal because that's where we exhibited. That was the second physical meeting we had face to face. So we met in Portugal for a week and exhibited at WebSummit. That's us. Actually, Piotr, look at this. I've got that in front of me, and that's the board that we had. I actually asked a lady in a DPD or like a UPS company to send it, and from Lisbon to Coventry to UK, and she looked at me and was like, "No, I'm not gonna send it. It's too light and it's too big as well." She was very confused about my request. So at the end of the day, I put it in my luggage bag, and that's how I've got this with me. What do you think of this exhibition, Piotr? What's your impression?
Yeah, that was actually our first this kind of exhibition when we were able to meet with people who are interested in our products. A lot of visitors. We had a great spot. We had the spot near to the front entrance. So and we had a lot of chat at that time. I remember that was pretty exhausting. I would say 8 hours of speaking, but also on the other hand, really great experience and great insights from the customers. We met from students to big companies, right, which we still are in touch with, and we do some businesses. So that was really, I would say, really good move from our end.
Yeah, I love that we had a place number 101, but it was actually number 1 because there was nothing before us. So when you entered the place, and there is a fun fact that happened in Portugal, and it turns out that the part of our name, like the last 4 letters, they actually mean something bad in Portuguese. I'm not gonna say what it is, but we had people taking the photos of our logo and laughing a little bit. Only a few people, so do you remember this
local
as well?
people.
Local
Yes.
people, exactly. So if you would like to research this, feel free to research. And but it's very hard to come up with a name that will fit every single country in the world. That's a bit of a challenging thing to do. Okay, so that's the intro of the company, and that's the story. And now we have this AppSumo campaign that we started, and it took us actually 2 months to prepare for this campaign. And we had a lovely team, people like Patrick, Louis, Jordan, and I don't know if I can pronounce Courtney properly. I'm sorry. So we had this team that helped us to actually improve the software before we been able to launch on AppSumo to the people. I think they want us to provide the best possible software to their customers. Is that how you feel, Piotr, as well?
Yeah. Cooperation was really professional. They were they have all the onboarding process which we had to went through. The integration part was quite difficult, I would say, from technical perspective, especially that we had slightly limited time, but with the great cooperation with AppSumo team, and they understanding all as well, and support was really great. So that part, I would say, went really, really good, even though it was challenging from our end, because we had to bring another key feature which we were working on, especially for that event. So the being able to form teams within Bakona AI, that people can, on the higher tiers, they can introduce people to cooperate with and use the one account to ask questions and interact with analytics. But it was quite significant feature, I would say. And also the integration with the AppSumo system. But all that went pretty well. So we were on time. We were even quite ahead. So we had some time for also do other preparation for AppSumo launch, because it is engaging, I would say.
It is, and just to confirm with you guys, this is not our space to write tasks and organize all the tasks. It's more like a brainstorm place that we start the ideas and develop this a little bit. But I just showed you some print screens of it. And yeah, so the deal is live, and I'm not going to talk about the deal too long because you're already listening to us for like 20 minutes if you are watching from the beginning. So thank you guys for being there, actually. And I can see some comments already, so that's amazing. Okay, so let me try and open the live demo. And we are always scared with Piotr to actually perform live demo. He told me that
I am slightly more scared than you are, because
yeah,
marketing guys are going really easy with doing live demo. We technical guys are always a little bit scared, because it's the live system, right? So and especially during live demo, it may break, and it is happening, right? It's called demo gods. So yeah, but go ahead. I will pray.
I think this is the first time I said hello to Bakona AI, like without requesting anything, So
okay, yeah.
Yeah, so it's
be
spontaneous.
nice. You never know,
yeah.
Right? It's AI.
Like I've got good intentions. I come with a friendly approach. Yeah. Okay, let's analyze some of the basic things like traffic and what's my traffic from mobile, tablet, and desktop. Let's skip the mistake. You see, it's live. I'm not doing it like, I'm not doing perfection here. It's all live, and we've got the answer, and which is really cool. How about trying to download this data so we can actually put it in the bar chart? Actually, Piotr, do I share my screen?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, so now we have the bar chart made of this data. Of course, you're not supposed to make a line chart with this kind of metrics, but let's do it as well just to show you guys. And now we have a line chart, so you can play with this data, and that's how you can download some of the charts. How about let's make a table? Make it a table. So yeah, you can actually play with the data. Now we have a table, and we would like to add, instead of sessions, let's add engaged. I can't actually spell this word. Thanks God we have this tool. Add engaged sessions to the table. And yeah, as we can see, the software actually gives you back some data on what metrics it used, so we can double check with the source if you are into analytics a lot. So that's how we can expand the table. What else can you add? Let's see if we can add anything to the table. Oh, that's a lot. How about we try first 4? Let's see. I actually never did that before, so it's all live and spontaneous. And Piotr is probably shaking at the moment.
I'm praying a little.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got the data, and that's probably April. And let's say compare. Let's say sessions in April to last 3 months. Because yeah, getting the data is one thing, but you can also perform some analysis using AI of this data. So now we have the data about 3 different months. So what's the trend? Yeah, Piotr, what's the next question you would like to ask and show to people?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's actually nice data to maybe do the pie chart. What do you think? It's we have a month by month sessions. Let's put it on the pie chart to better see the numbers, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and now we have a pie chart. When it comes to the user UI of this user interface, I'm not really convinced of the black elements with the shadow on this background, and probably we're gonna make this kind of little changes maybe this or next month. I don't know, Piotr, how busy you are. We've got a huge list of changes.
Yeah,
After,
David
yeah.
David is always playing the product also owner role, right? Which I am really grateful for, because he's like a marketing guy. He better understand this side of the software truly, and yeah, he. Thank you, David, for coming up with new ideas. We've got a lot, but of
Yeah,
course we'll
because
put those as well.
that's exactly. I mean, we have to balance between do we make it look nice or do we make it work better, actually, and we have to do both at the same time, probably. However, it is more important for me to make it work better for customers instead of looking better. Probably that's why we still have this element as it is. However, I'm very happy with all the with all the with the entire software. Piotr, you did amazing work, and we did this together, and the team helped, and we did a lot of testing and analyzing the results, and yeah. But anyway, I'm just thinking, what else should we ask? How about the checkout funnel? Oh wait, let's do it this way. Show me list of all events. I actually recommend, if you start working with the tool, let's first assess what data you have in the Google Analytics. It is valuable because now you can see all the events and what's the list of conversions. And now we can play with this data a bit more. For example, we can look at, so now we have purchase conversions and some contact forms and newsletters conversions as well. And now looking at this, we can actually get a checkout funnel. So let's say, show me individual users at each stage last month. Show me the total. Show me the total of individual users at each stage last month. Add to cart, view cart, and begin checkout and purchase. Let's make it like that. And to get this kind of data, you will have to go to the exploration in Google Analytics. And yeah, perfect. So now we have the data for April. What changed compared to previous month? So that's how I usually use the software. However, there is another case how I use the software, Piotr. I don't know if you know this, but because we also have clients on the services side, and we do like reports for them and other things. And sometimes I just copy and paste the question that customer asked me in the email. When I have access to his analytics and I use Bakona AI, I actually use our own software to speed up the answers, which is cool. Do you know about this?
No, but yeah, that's really good use case. Really good use case. And we have one question from Tony
Mhm.
regarding the data source. So basically, the data source is your Google Analytics for configuration, then the configuration that you have for your Google account. you can connect this as a source to interact with. We also have another integration with the Search Console, so you can configure this both together and work on this data holistically. So whenever you want to maybe work with the data more from the CEO perspective or more from the analytical perspective, finding out where what is, let's say, shape of your website or your application, how it performs, this is really beneficial because you can play with it as David shown. And you don't have to really go this way to the Google Analytics dashboards, which we all know is not really pleasant. And this is actually, that was also one of the reasons why we came up with the software. We both hated it really with David. So that was the impulse to maybe use AI to do it. But it is doing great job in pulling the data. So whenever, and of course, this is also what we are repeating for our customers as well. The shape of your analytics will give you the better shape of your analytics, give you better results for your in the outcome with chat interface as well. We cannot really do the magic with the AI. It's not like that we will dig out the data which you don't have. So it is also important to measure the right things, to maybe look closer to your configuration and assure that whatever for e-commerce you have all the key events added. We also handling the custom events, custom dimensions, custom metrics. If you have one, we also handling that. So
that was, I think, Piotr, that was the beta user. But to answer one more time, to answer the question, sorry, when I was talking about the beta user, I meant we did this because someone told us that they need this. That was amazing, and we need people like that. So guys, keep using the software and keep telling us what to improve. But coming back to the question, we don't collect any data. You need to have Google Analytics. You need to have Search Console to analyze SEO results. And the next one is Google Ads. So you actually collect your own data using Google services at the moment, and we just analyze it and convert the metrics, convert the questions into metrics and stuff like that. And there's another question. And guys, please feel free to ask more and do some more Q&A. So we are happy to continue answering the questions. But the next question is, how do you differ from Conduit AI? This is actually the first time I hear about this company. Not to offend the company. Do you know them, Piotr?
No, I am just trying to look at their page, honestly.
Yeah, from a market, have a look, and then you will let me know. In the meantime, I did my competition research, and to be honest, I'm quite close to the competition. I even have a photo with my competition at the WebSummit because I wanted to be close to the guy and just be friendly. So we actually, if that's a competition, we love to have competition. That helps us to grow more and try to find better ways for our customers. And Piotr, what's your impression of this software? Are they similar to us?
Well, yeah, I'm just looking for the right page. Yeah, they are doing some kind of dashboard stuff, which is on our roadmap as well. So we are also preparing to have that. If they have it already, yeah, that's nice. We basically came up with the chat interface first, right? That was our core, and then we added the integration to the search console, and now we are working on the integration with Google Ads. So it's basically our idea around the software is to make it more like a marketing agent type of software, which will help you analyze and maybe work also with and of course work also with ads to find out the best way to exist in the internet network, right? So but I will definitely look closer at that software. So we really cannot compare this one by one at this point, but That's
amazing. From a data person point of view, I can't really answer this question before testing the entire software. So I'm sorry, I can't really answer this precisely. But feel free to, if you go to AppSumo, you can actually make a purchase and request a refund anyway. So feel free to test it for free and let me know if what's worse and what's better. I'm happy to understand this. And yeah, we've got some more questions in the AppSumo page, and I would like to show you guys those. Just give me a second, and yeah. Okay, so I'm at the AppSumo page, and yeah, I'm so happy that we actually managed to. We've got more and more reviews, so whoever made this, if you're watching this, every single one is helping us a lot. So thank you guys. I appreciate it a lot, and the entire team is always happy, and we share this internally in the chat. Is that right, Piotr?
Yeah, yeah. Whenever new review showed up, David is sharing this, and we are that's really great, because those are really good insights. Also, some ideas about how we can extend the software. So it always the best type of feedback when we are getting this from our customers. Of course, we have our own idea how we want to shape the software, but without, let's say, knowledge how users would like to use it, or what they want to see, how they sometimes there are really small tiny ideas which we never would think about, and this is great that we can gather this from the customers.
Yeah. So Piotr, the first question to you, what if someone has 3 different Gmail accounts, and at each they have different GA4 and Search Console properties? So in total, they have 9 websites, but spread it over 3 different Gmail accounts.
Yeah. So in this way, we have this theme feature, which allow you to buy one subscription or one AppSumo subscription, which will then give you the free spots, which you can use as your own accounts, as well as of course other team members' accounts. You can use the free single tiers as well, so whatever fits best for you.
Another way is to actually share the permissions between those accounts. So you can just go to one account, if that's a possibility for you, and you can invite another Google account to view the data, because you only need a view-only access. Is that right? So then you can use one account, basically.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Cool. Another question in that case. We had some people asking us about the API. I've seen this, like 3-4 times already, in the tickets as well, in the comments, in the questions. Why do you think, Piotr, they would like to have API?
Well, I guess from those questions which we got also on our support system, I guess the API, the majority of users would like to have some kind of integration, or maybe ask repeated questions with some scheduler, or from Zapier, or from other automation tools. So yeah, we have on our roadmap, or maybe we should go through the roadmap as well, David, but because we haven't spoke about our plans, but here also for the API thing, and for the kind of dashboard thing and automation thing, we also have plans around that. Of course, the more we'll hear about this demand, we'll more discuss it. So it will gain priority definitely if it's really crucial need for our customers. We'll take this under account during our planning as well. But I guess the dashboard thing and the automation around that, because dashboard you will have to refresh for like, let's say 1 month or one week even, right? Whenever you track your data really closely. We also will have some kind of scheduler in place that will give you that opportunity. So Maybe at some point in time you will not have to even enter the software, just the full report will get into your email with fresh data. But we'll see, of course, what will work best for our customers.
Thanks. I love that we had this question about Google Ads because someone asked if that's going to be available in all of the packages that people purchase, and the answer is yes. And we don't want to put any limitations and like upsell opportunities for us for people that bought smaller packages. So we treat them the same, and whatever is your package, you're going to have the update of Google Ads. Of course, you don't have like the multi-seats functionality, but we are transparent about this already. And when it comes to all the new features, I'm going to share them. I'm going to share them now. And I think, Piotr, we don't plan to put any of these features, but I'm not 100% confident yet. But we don't plan to limit them a lot into different tiers. What do you think?
No. Those which we have here, they will go to each and every tier. So we are now working on the conversation history. Yeah, this is what we are missing, but will get implemented by the end of June. Then we'll do the export tables, and of course, in parallel, we will work on the integration with Google Ads. So this two will show up around July. Then, since some of our users, and we also heard that demand from our previous users and beta testers, some of our users have multiple Google Analytics integrations. And they want to quickly switch between them without going into the settings, finding out the right property and saving it, and then going back. So we'll work on providing that ability to switch quickly between configurations, and especially that we'll have at that time also Google Ads set up. So there will be like a triplet in many cases, right? You will have Google Analytics 4 integration, Search Console integration, Google Ads integration, and then at one switch, you will be able to, let's say, switch to other customer or other website or whatever you will like to manage this. So that's pretty important feature which is on our roadmap. Then we had reserved some spot on the customer feedback features, so all that which come from you, from our users. So we are really open, and feel free to share whatever idea you have using the software, what will work for you. We'll try to take this under account. Of course, we cannot promise that we'll implement all of this, but definitely we'll look at that and we have that spot reserved to even implement them. So
yeah, and then we have building and saving dashboards. So the kind of tables and the kind of charts that you build, like pie charts and line charts, you should be able to actually drag them or save them to build your own dashboard. So tomorrow we don't have to request the data again. So we would like to go into the direction of becoming more like a Looker Studio and Power BI kind of software for the marketing use.
Yeah, and one more thing which is on the red bar, the website connector. That is something also which will be in addition to our free integrations we have. So that will allow you to analyze your website directly from the implementation perspective, from the code, and also from the SEO perspective as an addition to Search Console integration. So I guess that will also be beneficial. So it's going to be another integration which will have like more direct to better analyze the website and what is going on the website, also in the context of the data you are gathering. So that's also huge. And one of the integrations which we put in here which is the e-commerce platforms integration for like direct data source access. That's also something what we look into in future. Of course, the further in future the roadmap may change slightly. So of course we'll definitely look on what is the market demand, what is market need, and of course you all know how the market evolve, how quick it changes. So we'll definitely adjust into that.
Thank you. And yeah, so that's the roadmap, and this area of customer feedback. Actually, all of the things are customer feedback already from the previous customer we have outside AppSumo and Product Hunt, and that's just our customers that are telling us what they need. However, we are more than happy to implement more things. Yeah, so coming back to the questions, I'm just gonna switch the tab, and maybe we're just gonna answer one or two questions from AppSumo, and then we're gonna wait if someone else would like to ask us about even non-data or non-analytical question. Feel free to ask us any question. I'm happy to answer this. Is there any question, Piotr, that you would like to talk about publicly? Like no chat history, that's already in the roadmap. How about Merchant Center API? Can I start to talk about this? I actually, when the e-commerces do Google Ads, Merchant Center, the Google Shopping thing, is actually one of the most valuable things there. So I believe when we're gonna do Google Ads integration, maybe we should focus at Google Shopping at the same time, if they have a separate API, because I'm not confident how exactly the API looks like. However, this is very connected to Google Ads, and in my opinion, analyzing just Google Ads for e-commerces without analyzing Google Shopping and Google Merchant Center does the same thing. Without analyzing this, you miss a lot of opportunities. So that's a really good question from someone who definitely knows a lot about ads on e-commerces. So well done to this user. I'm not going to say the name. I'm sorry. And what else, Piotr? Would you like to, let's see, what about this question? Will my client see that Bakona is connected with the property? Bakona is actually not connected. I mean, it is connected through the API, but not, yeah.
So yeah, the customers which you serve, which gave you access to their analytics, and you are providing them support as an agency or freelancer, they will not get any like specific pop-up or any type of email information that someone is now accessing your data over API, because the API is part of the Google Analytics 4, and whenever you have only view access is enough, right? You don't have to have any more complex role into the system to be able to use API. So API is a part of the Google Analytics 4, which we interact with and gathering the data, which then you can chat with. So yeah, your customers, whenever they may have some objections that there is an AI involved, you will have to inform them if you would like to let them know, but they will not get any type of information or any type of warning.
Yeah, that's cool. I just read someone else's comment that said the person wish there would be live captions so they can understand us better. That's actually a very good improvement. I know we have accents from different countries, so that's definitely something we can try next time. So thank you. And I've got another question. So someone asks, does your software offer suggestions from CRMs that can connect and communicate with? I feel this question is about asking what kind of CRM can we connect in future. Probably, I would like to understand the question better, because when it comes to offering suggestions, it is AI based, so you can ask about other things and ask for suggestions as well. But if you would like to suggest any CRM, any CRM uh, tools that we would like to connect with, probably HubSpot is gonna be a good one in the future, and that's one of the biggest ones. But actually, we would like to hear this from users, because I can't really tell what is the best CRM to connect Bakona AI to. Do you have any idea, Piotr, what will be the best one?
Yeah, I guess that there are many, right, which people use for managing different type of businesses. I also HubSpot also came to my mind first. The thing is that the better API, the better, of course, the results we can get using our software connection. So yeah, but that's open thing, right? We will definitely hear suggestions from our customers, which system they would see the integration with next, and we'll take that definitely on their account. Also, there is that huge MCP type of connectivity right now going on with different tools. Maybe we'll also consider that. So that will allow us to connect to any type of MCP server, which will provide access to whatever that will be exposed over that system. So maybe some more flexibility to the connecting tools is coming soon. That will be something that we'll definitely consider to integrate with our software. So it might be that path, because that will be only one integration, and then whoever will expose the MCP server with access, that will allow us to use our tool, right?
Piotr, and before we finish, I've got a question to you. What was the hardest feature you had to do in Bakona AI that made you angry or sad, or like frustrated? So tell me, what was the hardest feature that you had to do?
Well, I guess the hardest was the one which we had to build around our beta version, right? Our beta version had the simple basic authentication, as you remember.
Oh yeah,
We
yeah.
hadn't got any integration with Google. That was we our goal was to make it as simple as possible and as easy to integrate as possible, right? With the for people who really are not that much technical, or don't like to. Actually, I guess everybody who can interact with the software, which is easy configurable, will be happy, right? Not only the non-technical person or technical person. So, but that was challenging to make it well, to make it working for the WebSummit event, which we were preparing our software for. So at that time, yeah, I had to spend
Yes.
nights as well. But the most recent team feature, right, which we built, that was also kind of big thing, because that we changed a lot of in our architecture to make it work. Uh, so we also had the database migration in the meantime between releases. All that had to work on without breaking the software, without software going down. Yeah, that was challenging, but also I learned a lot, and I learned constantly doing this, and that was just really
Okay.
satisfying in
As
that
a
job.
co-founder, I was happy you didn't say that the most challenging was working with you, David. I was scared you can answer this kind of question, but thankfully we are doing well, I believe, and we never had like a proper argue for the last 2 years when we developed the software. Like we always listen to each other, I believe, and I like your ideas. And I've got too many ideas probably, but you sometimes help me and bring me to the ground, and but you also like some of my ideas, which is great. Thank you for that. So yeah, thank you guys. Do you have anything to say, Piotr?
No. Happy to talk to our customers or future customers or maybe competition as well. So thank you for having you here, that we could host you here and we could answer some of your questions. If you have any question offline, just feel free to send us an email or drop us a message on Slack or Discord or whatever channel you
Yes.
find contact to us.
I
We
would
will
also
try
would
to
like
answer
to
that as well.
I would like to say also thank you to our team that works in the background.
Yeah.
Adam and Anne, they do a lot of hard work every single day to keep the customers happy and to keep the company growing. And thanks for the families as well that allowed us to stay at night and work on the software and on the marketing. And so yeah, they're very understanding as well and supportive. So thank you, Paulina, if you're watching this. And yeah, that's really good. Thank you, guys. It was a pleasure. I don't see any more questions, so thank you guys for listening to us. And yeah, just drop us an email about anything. I'm happy to get to know you better. Tell me what you do, what's the business. I'm just happy to get to know you. Thank you.